Huawei is the third largest smartphone manufacturer, and you can tell that the company is getting more confident just by looking at how they price their flagship devices. I got my P8, once a flagship smartphone, almost 2 years ago, paying a little over $400, which is $250 less than what you have to pay for the P10. So how well has it taken those 22 months of daily driving?
The phone has spent most of its life in a plastic case, so the aluminum body still looks very presentable, although it shows some signs of wear here and there. I did drop it 4 or 5 times, but it seems to have managed those falls quite well. There are a few scratches on the aluminum body, but the screen is almost as good as new. The factory installed screen protective plastic is scratched alright, but it's only visible at a certain angle and you don't really see it when using the phone. All the buttons work as good as they have when I took the P8 out of the box. The micro USB port at the bottom works just fine, and so does the mini jack connector on the top. The battery life is still pretty decent, and as long as there isn't an app in the background draining the battery, I can easily make it throughout the day of a moderate usage. The 1080p display is still very crisp and vibrant and hasn't lost any of its touch sensitivity. The Android 6.0 performs better than acceptably, even though the phone has had been used quite extensively. The quality of voice calls over GSM as well as IP is the same as it was on the day one. So is it all perfect? Well, no. The first complaint that I have is the fact that while the P8 got an update to Android 6.0, it's the last OS update that it will receive. Which kinda sucks, because I think the hardware is still pretty capable. Next thing has to do with the Huawei's official smart cover and its Emotion UI overlay. I used to be able to change the watch faces, but this was simply ditched after updating to Android 6.0. Conclusion? Don't get used to any of its features, because you'll never know if they will still be there after system update. The problem that bothers me the most is the rear-facing camera. It takes quite decent cat photos, but it simply cannot focus on a distant object, which results in a very out-of-focus scenery photos. So will I buy the P10? Maybe. First, I'll try to get the most out of the P8 and wait for the price of the P10 to drop to a more acceptable level. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.